All right, guys, time to buckle up. This is going to be a quick one. So today we're going to learn lesson 8, powers of 10. Okay? So a power of 10 is a power with a base of 10. Pretty straightforward, right? And we can write many numbers as powers of 10, really an infinite number. But first example here, we can look at 10 times 10 times 10. Right? It's the same thing as 10 cubed. We've learned this up to now. And if we evaluate that, right, solve for what it is, it's 1,000. Okay? So this is our expanded form, our exponential form, and our standard form. Sometimes we can also call this as a power, right? So why don't we go through a few examples, kind of see how that looks, and hopefully kind of keep it going. All right. The simplest way I've found of doing this, count your zeros. Okay. So here we have a number, right? It can always have a base of 10 if it's just 1 and a bunch of zeros, right? So we know that 10 is our base. Okay. The next step you're going to do is count how many zeros you have, right? So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 to the power of 5, done. Okay, here, 10, how many zeros do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10 to the power of 7. Okay, just 10, 10 to the power of 1, right? 1, 0, and 1, we know, 10 to the power of 0. The 0 zeros also, any number to the power of 0 is 1. All right, so write the following in expanded form and standard form. Okay, so what's a couple things? So first thing is expanded form, right? So that's where we write out 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. Right? So all of that is 1 and 12 zeros. Okay? I always like to kind of start backwards because I like putting them in groups of 3 so I don't lose count. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's only 9, and 10, 11, 12, and a 1. Okay, you'll be able to write it a little bit neater. That's the quickest way. All right, here 10 to the power of 4, 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, right? An expanded form is just 4 zeros. Okay, if you want a bunch of zeros even if it ends up odd, like that's fine, I can count it. If you do it in groups of 3, it makes my life a little easier, but you're not going to lose marks either way. Okay, let's look at our next example. So we can write other numbers using powers of 10 as well. So consider the number 642. So here we can always expand the numbers, right? So we have 6 groups of 100. Okay, so that we would go 6 times 100. 40 is 4 times 10, and 2 is 0, or 1, sorry. Yeah, so we still have one group of 2. 2 times 1 is 2. The other way we can do this, right, if we're putting in exponent form, okay, is 10 to the power of 2. 4 times 10 to the power of 1, and 2 times 10 to the power of 0. Okay, so we're going to write them in powers of 10. Same idea here. Okay, so here we can go 7 times 10, right? And then how many zeros do we have? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 times 10 to the power of 6. Okay, this one here, a little bit more complicated. We're going to break it into a few pieces. So first one we'll do is 4 times 10 to the power of, and then however many places there are until your decimal point, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus, right? Plus. There's 0 there, so we don't have to worry about that. 3 times 10, and behind it, there's room for 3 significant figures, and then plus 8 times 10, 2 spots left. Yeah. Plus 7 times 10 to the power of 1, and plus 6 times 10 to the power of 0. Okay, so that's how we can write it up. We can do one more example here. So 5 times 10 to the power of 4 plus 9 times 10 to the power of 3. Oh, got a little excited there. 2 times 10 to the power of 1, right? Because we don't have to do anything for the 0. And plus 3 times 10 to the power of 0. Okay, so now we're going to write each number in its standard form, also known as just without any extra. So 9 times 10 to the power of 4, well, we have 9, and then 4 zeros, so 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You can always try that in your calculator too if you want. Here, it gets a little bit trickier, but we have 3, and then 4 zeros. So we can even write that 2 ways. So we can go 3 and then write 4 zeros, 6 with 3 zeros, 4 with 2 zeros, 5 with 1 0, and a 2. Okay, and you can go and add that all up. Alternatively, okay, we can go and just solve it one step at a time. So here we have 3 with 4, 6 goes in the 3 spot, 4, 5, 2. Okay. Either way will get you the right answer. This one's a little bit quicker, but I'm not going to have problems with either or. I'm just going to erase this 2, so we have room to see what we have going on here. Okay, 7 to the power of 3, so 3 zeros left. Here we have with just 1 0 left and a 0. Okay, couple ways you can do that. Last one here, 2 times 10 to the power of 0. Well, that's just 2. No other way of solving it, and we're good to go. Okay, now your turn. Practice. All right, practice makes perfect, or at least a lot better than you were. So I'll put in the answer keys later. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you soon.